Welcome. This is Shakti Carola Nevran, and I'm going to talk with you today about the upcoming full moon. So I'm an evolutionary astrologer. So in evolutionary astrology, we look at the heavens and celestial forces from the perspective of karma, from the perspective that there's always a low-end way of possibilities and a high-end way of possibilities of manifesting the potentials the planets are symbolizing. So the intention with my forecast for you is to enable you to give you that wisdom perspective, that overview. And with that, you will be able to make better choices. And with that, you will make magic in your life. So I live on Maui, so here every child knows that you can't fight a wave in the ocean. Here we know that you need to learn how to surf the wave, and many people are really good at it. So, but I think it's a very good metaphor for what's happening for all of us in our daily life, that we need to work with the energies coming at us. So the full moon is always kind of right visible in our face. We do have a stronger reaction, most of us, than to the new moon, because the full moon is kind of pulling on our psyche, on the earth's tides. People get out drunk, cats are crying all night. So there's just the energy level which is stronger and in our face. So in a way you could say that the moon reflects the consciousness, the frequency of the sun, and the moon in astrology stands for our emotional filter, how we filter the world through our emotional body. And the inner world of emotions is partly unconscious. And I always like to talk about the wave in the ocean. So the top of the wave is our point of identity. This is who we think we are. But truth to be told, that's only 5 to 10%. So about 90 to 95%, it's unconscious. It's where our childhood memories are, our instincts, our drives, all that stuff, prior life memories. So with a full moon, the pot is stirred up, the emotions are stirred up. So the coming full moon is happening in Taurus, which by definition means it's opposing the sun. So the sun is still in Scorpio, and that is a month of the year where the waves are kind of going high to begin with. So Scorpio is a water sign. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is the god of the underworld, of the hell realms, of death and rebirth, transformation. Often transformation sounds a little better than death, but nevertheless, it means the same. And Pluto is carrying that archetype of transformation and letting go of something old in order so the new, the phoenix out of ashes can rise. So this full moon is in Taurus, 22 degrees, and it's happening at 5:52 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So in general, we can say Taurus is a sign where we're invited to settle down, where we are concerned with how to deal with the physical reality we are in a physical body. So Taurus kind of guides us to learn how to be more in that present moment, to smell the roses, to be grounded, to concretely connect to a level of skills and well-being. And that has a lot to do with the ability to balance. So the balance between running around in the rat race, trying to be successful, doing all the things we think we have to do, and then realizing that we're losing the present moment. This is where actually our power is in the present moment. So with a full moon, which is also a supermoon, which is really the third one out of 4 supermoons this year, but this one is the closest. and it's not only the closest to, hold on, I give you that date. It's the closest to the Earth, and with that it pulls on the plates, it pulls on our psyche even stronger than just a normal full moon. So a supermoon by definition is in perigee, so it's kind of closest to the Earth. And then of course there might be differences between different supermoons. So this one is the one which is the closest they ever get to the Earth, those supermoons. And that is the closest one which has been happening since January 1948. And there will be not another as close or bright one till 2034. So this is a pretty profound, impactful, interesting super full moon. So my intentions with this forecast is to help you to navigate your life more consciously, and that you have choices. So if there are certain actualizations, like here's a super full moon we're talking about, then you have choices, but the choices you have are truly dependent on your state of consciousness. So full moon is kind of things are coming to a head, are coming into our consciousness on the top of the wave. And of course, we are not only individual waves in the oceans, we are simultaneously the ocean. So we are connected with the collective feelings and anxieties and chaos and emotionality we have been going through last week. So around the election. So this is huge. This is huge. So whenever you can rein your fear and anxiety in and can really settle down with yourself and hold your intentions, which you can do if you develop that inner witness. And I have talked about that a lot. And if you have been following me with my forecast, I want you to be able to relate back the material I present to your own personal chart to help you to make those more high-end choices. So if you don't know your chart, you can go to my website, mauiastrologyreading.com, and sign up for my newsletter, and then you will get access to a program which creates your chart. And you will also get what I call the Lovestone Report, because I'm a gemstone expert and astrologer. So I use gemstones in order to use them as a healing frequency, as energy medicine you bring into your physical energy field. But you can also use certain stones as anchor, as a mental focus point. And when I do my forecast, I usually give you one of the gemstones, which is kind of relating in a perfect way to the subject I have been talking about and what's the main planetary direction you want to balance and support yourself to go for. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Taurus. So Taurus is the second sign in the archetypal evolution of the zodiac. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Taurus is grounded, and we associate Taurus in the more mainstream astrology with money, with things we have and own. And while that is true, there is more to Taurus. So it's really about our sense of self-value and dignity, and our sense of resources and skills, and our ability to create a sense of security and groundedness, and the ability to pay the bills and to be successful in the world. So, that's kind of the bigger picture for Taurus. So Taurus, when it's activated with a full moon like this month, then emotionally we need to connect with what makes us feel safe, secure, grounded, and in the present moment. So that is the invitation. And part of Taurus is Taurus has a really deep connection to the physical body. So we are invited to treat our body well, to really eat live food. I have been talking the last 2-3 weeks about the Scorpio energy, which is opposing Taurus, and to use the Scorpio energies, it's a good thing to do some physical cleanses, to get all the old toxins out of the colon. So with Taurus, we kind of more in the phase where we settle down. We have done that deep digging, that intense facing our deepest fears with Scorpio. And now we kind of take a breather. So it's more like, okay, we have done a lot of work. Now what can I do to really support myself, to be in the present moment, to enjoy myself in the present moment? And I love cats because they're very, I mean, I have my sun in Taurus, so I know a lot about the principles of the sign. And I love cats. And cats for me really symbolize that ability to just lay and stretch and hang out and enjoy themselves. So they bring that quality of presence in the present moment. So in a way, we can learn a lot from our cats. I mean, of course, we have to earn the food for both of us, but nevertheless, it's all about that balance of being out there, being in the world, being in the physical 3-dimensional reality, but realizing that we are a wave in the ocean. We are so much more than just that point of ego. We are identified with that sense of self. And this is where true healing and true evolution is happening, when we connect with the ocean, that is expanded, enhanced perspective of our divine nature. So we could say the ocean is not only the collective unconsciousness, but is also God, the divine, expanded highest consciousness, all that is morphogenetic field. So you're getting the idea. So that is a perspective where true healing and true inspiration can come from. But we need to have an open channel from our conscious stance in the world. So we need that channel from the top of the wave going all the way down into the ocean to be able to really benefit from that high-end perspective. And with all the angst and fears around this very emotionally loaded election, I believe we have individual choices and individual places of power. And by meditating and feeding back into the morphogenetic field, I think this is our place of power. This is where we can make a difference. And from the perspective of evolution, we are all moving in these bands of consciousness. And even if we might be a little bit ahead of the crowd, but nevertheless we are part of the ocean, part of all those waves coming together and creating consciousness. So I really want to end on this note that by slowing down with the Taurus energy and conscious choices, how you want to manifest, how you do that balancing act between being in the world and being a spiritual being, bringing in that energy into manifestation in the earth reality, that this is really, I believe this is really what it is about. Okay, so yeah, for everybody who watches this later, leave me your comments. I will get back to you if you have questions. Let me know how the last week was for you in your life and how you managed to monitor and move through these times. So you can also leave me your sun sign, and I might give you a few keywords for that. Okay, so all the best to you. Aloha, as we say on Maui. And yeah, I didn't point it out strongly, but I think the rose quartz is still a very helpful and powerful gemstone to have. It's a stone for Taurus, it's a stone for the heart. and enjoyment and relaxation, all those qualities. So keep playing with the rose quartz, and this is kind of a crystal. So yeah, I see you around. I do the weekly forecast on Saturdays on Astrology Forecast and More, my page on Facebook. So if you sign up for your newsletter, I can truly keep you in the loop with uploads and events I'm doing. So let's stay connected. All right, aloha and namaste.